not in a specific order of preference, but I'm bundling it, clubbing it based on subject. So there was a question on capex. So the kind of increase in the fixed assets. So that's available in the PP schedule on page 88 of our annual report. But having said that, we will invest in the digital video studio going forward, and we will also undertake further expansion of the CEC and the CATI initiatives. And we have set aside almost 50 odd crores for these expansions in the coming years. In the year that went by, we have spent about 10 odd crores in these initiatives. There was also a follow-up question from Priyank. After addressing these questions from Keshav Garg and Bharat Negandhi, there's also a question from Priyank on capex. So I'm answering that as well. That this expansion of these capacities will actually help us in further augment our capabilities to deliver better.
You're not audible, it appears. Why is he muted?
No, sir. We are able to hear him. Is audible, sir. We are able to hear him, sir.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
So Priyank, to answer your question, these expansion and capacities in these businesses are going to further augment our scale and capabilities to deliver customer data analytics and full service market research to our clients, because we already have a capacity which is almost used to the brim. So we need to obviously expand to be able to cater to more clients. Moving on to the competitive set, who are a peer group and who are our competitors. So this was a question by Mr. and Mrs. Mascarenas and also by Bharat Negandhi. We compete with multinational firms mostly, and the likes of WPP, Omnicom, Dentsu, Publicis, and the like. And in the market research space, we compete with peer group sets like Cantor. Moving on, there was a question on which we received in writing earlier on the overseas and in the domestic mix. Well, our business is mostly domestic. We have incorporated 2 companies recently in Dubai and Bangladesh. We are hopeful that in years to come, they will be more meaningful. There was a question on the meeting gap between the signing and the AGM. I think the meeting is being held within the timelines as per the applicable framework. There was also a question or assumption that the dividend was not declared. Happy to state that a 30% dividend has been proposed. The dividend distribution policy was asked for by Bharat Negandhi. It's already uploaded on the website of the company's website. I will request you to take a look there. By the way, we have been declaring dividend for the last 20 years. And the other question was on the AI, which is some very good questions came up on AI. So, AI solutions are becoming part of our business. And if you would have noticed in my presentation also, I covered a lot on the AI also and the AI initiatives that we have taken. But to further add to that, they are clearly needed for client retention. And we expect that they will add revenue and convert it into products which is being attempted. It's hard to specify exact numbers, but AI for us is really a tool. It will get embedded into the operations. It is early to predict additional revenue. Having said that, till now, while it is constantly talked about, it does not really impact our fees or what the clients are willing to pay. We are watching this extremely closely. We are using this as a tool. Like any other development, there is a hype around AI. But as of now, we see very limited impact on us due to AI. There was a question on explaining the analytics business by Priyank. Priyank, probably this will need a session, but I would urge you to take a look at our prospectus, where on the business chapter on the prospectus, where we have very beautifully articulated how the entire business flow happens. And maybe we can obviously drop your mail to explain you this in further. But broadly speaking, customer data analytics is a practice, of collecting, organizing, and analyzing data about customers, their demographics, their behavioral data, their transactional data, their engagement data, the sentiment data, their preferences and interactions to generate its marketing insights or operational insights that help business to take better decisions. But to make it more illustrative, maybe we can take it offline. There was a question on Varta. Yes, that is a very good, that is an initiative that we started. It's an AI-enabled conversation technology to engage with the customers of our clients. And happy to state that it has been received very well. And we see good opportunity for it going forward. There was a question on the people count. Well, we engage more or less almost 2,900 people, associates, at the end of last year. And there was also a question on gender diversity. This typically, the women account for almost anywhere between 35 to 40% of our total workforce. There were a couple of questions on merging, exploring the option to merge HVIPL. Well, HVIPL has a separate set of business also. I'm not sure whether it's possible to merge, but we have noted your comment, and maybe the board will deliberate on it. There was a question from Mr. Manjeet Singh on the GST rates. Well, mostly for most of our businesses, the GST rates are 5% and 18%. Whether it will benefit because of any change, a little premature to answer that. Let's see what happens. Most of the companies will get basically it will have a pass-through. Let's see how it translates after the government announces this new GST rates. Mr. Keshav Garg asked about the margins. Well, the margins we have already covered in our mind map presentation. We operate one segment only, which is the integrated marketing services. Under that, obviously, there are multiple services, but as a segment, it's one segment only. Why we operate two brands? Because, in fact, we are privileged to have two brands, and both these brands are well established in the market. And for our Swamy brand has been in existence for 52 years, and the Hansa brand has been around for almost 40 years plus. So they are well-established brands, and I think we leverage both these brands effectively. Mr. Surjit Singh, who's a joint with Mrs. Harjeet Kaur, asked about the ROC. That's because obviously the performance. You also spoke about the property. I think those were rupees lakhs, not rupees crores. We would have been happy to have them as rupees crores. They were actually in rupees lakhs, and they were very small values. These were basically discards of certain plant and machineries that happened. Apart from that, there were a couple of other questions. Mr. Lagrawala, thank you for your appreciation. You spoke about Varta. I just clarified Varta is an engagement tool which is being used by analytics business. And thank you for supporting our effort in the syndicated research. There was also a question on by Mr. and Mrs. Mascarenas. Thank you for your appreciation. You appreciated the 6 principles as well. Thank you. You endorsed our initiatives in AI and R&D in research. Thank you for the same. Mr. Sarjeet Singh, thank you for your appreciation and appreciate that. Mr. Srihari Nair, thank you for support again. You said you didn't get an application, you didn't get an allotment initially, and thank you for having subscribed subsequently and continue to remain a valuable shareholder for us. We respect your continued support. Then there was one or two more questions. Mr. Shankar Narayanan, you spoke about the contribution of digital revenues. Well, digital revenue was almost 70% of our revenues came from digital revenue streams. Mr. Chopra, firstly, apology for your, heartfelt condolences. Thank you for your support. And I think you had a lot of compliments for us. Thank you. And I think there were one or two questions that came on the group. This is by Mr. Shankar Narayanan. How many of our customers uses multiple services? Almost, it ranges between 1/4 to almost 30% of our customers use 2 or more of our services. In the next 3 to 5 years, which vertical segment is expected to be the key driver? Well, from where we are sitting and the way we look at it is that we see that all the businesses that we are into, we see a long road ahead of them. We believe that all of them will lead us collectively and will complement each other as well. You asked a question whether the increase in the consultancy fees is due to the brand and marketing consulting group. Not really. The brand and marketing consulting group was initiated the current year. The consulting fees are basically people costs who are not on the rolls. There was also a question as between the private and the public sector. It varies, but usually the public sector is not very significant. It is usually less than, normally ranges between 15 to 20%. It's the trend that we have seen. Thank you. With this, I'll hand over to Mr. Shekhar Swamy.
Yeah, let me just add a few comments on the questions, which I think are relevant and need to be addressed. Start with Mr. Chopra. Again, our deep condolences, sir, and thank you for your blessings. You talked about gender ratio. As an organization, and I'm not speaking about it in 2025, from the beginning of the organization, we as a company have not differentiated on the basis of gender, ever. I cannot recall a single incident when that has been the case. We embrace all genders. We are quite agnostic, and Rajiv has already given you the numbers. So for us, it is not an act of something that we need to start afresh. We do it naturally. Our retention policy in terms of people, some comment you made, we are, I guess the only word I can say is the group, I'll use this word, we are a thick group. We are thick with our people. We embrace them. We are pretty fluid in the way we deal with our people. When I say fluid, we are not that hierarchical. It is in the nature of our business. This is marketing services, is deeply service oriented. And we need to, so the less hierarchical we are, the more we participate in the working of the teams, the better for our clients. And that is something that we do naturally. So the retention is again embedded, and it is reflected in the longevity of our senior leadership as well as other teams who are working in the organization. There was a question from Mr. Shivaramakrishnan on traditional versus digital, threat from influencers and so forth. Are they doing it for lesser cost? Sir, the answer is, if you look at the influencer, and yes, they have some following. By the way, we do influencer marketing. It's not that we don't do it. It's not a threat to us. It's another way to reach out to end consumers, which our clients will use. So we embrace them. It is another avenue, if you will, of how to do this. So nothing is a threat from that perspective. Our pricing is no different from our leading competition. We are not a discount player. We have shunned discounting in the market. Whenever there is a highly discounted segment, frankly, we do not participate because there's no point in it. We don't want to work without margins. So the discount players is not our segment. We compete, toe to toe or head to head with all our leading competition, and we welcome that. Advertising is changing, adapting. What is the capability of management to do that? Frankly, to do this, we have to be ahead of the change. So many of the things we do are bringing about the change. So that's the way we see it. Oftentimes the question is asked, is youngsters better than older people? Maybe, maybe not. In certain ways it is. Take our recent initiative on consulting. I can't put a 24-year-old in front of a client and say, this fellow is going to consult for you. It doesn't work like that. I think clients are very mature. Clients are very serious. We work at the serious end of the marketplace, which means enterprises, the work we do is serious, important, has a lot of gravitas, a lot of big money is being put behind it. And clients approach this with the level of maturity that they require. Forget about our industry. It is what they need. And therefore, always there is a balance in these conversations with clients. So we are not concerned about that. And marketing without marketing is a comment you made, an interesting comment. Ideally, yes. Most of the time we say, it's what the old, it's not what we say, it's finally the action that the consumer takes. And as long as the consumer is moving in the right direction, without regard to what the stimulus is, then that's what we want. So all of those are good. I'm glancing through my notes. A lot of this has been answered by Rajiv. There was a comment on Hansa Marketing USA and Singapore. Who owns it? Well, the family owns it. They're not part of the listed company for the simple reason that those businesses have to scale to become meaningful. We'll review that at appropriate time. Advertising money moving to non-TV, how is business affected? Again, there was a time when people said advertising is moving to TV, how is print affected? How is radio affected? What we are finding, and this is practical experience, it's not an opinion, clients are looking for the best way to reach their consumers. And if we have to go non-TV, we go non-TV. If we have to go TV, we go TV. These are conversations we have every day with our clients, whatever works best for them. The digital ecosystem is actually highly splintered. So there are efforts from our side to understand that ecosystem better. We are investing again ahead of the curve. And hopefully we can lead the newer directions or the assembly of variables required appropriately for clients to succeed in the market. I think that's a better way to look at it rather than worry about any single development, because again, these changes are honestly par for the course. We are running the race constantly, and we will change, we adapt, we are listening. Fortunately, in our business, clients tell us, give us feedback to our face, and we are, in the market, so to speak, with the client. So these are not worrisome issues. AI, a lot of comment was made about AI. Is it impacting revenue? I think Rajiv has partially answered. AI is a tool. I have a list of, let me just move this. I have a list, actually 3 pages of AI tools we currently are using. It operates at various levels. Use the tool. Why worry about a tool? A tool can be used. Tool cannot replace the hand that uses the tool. This is our belief. And I think on that basis, AI will be harnessed by us. We are not threatened by AI. So I believe that we have answered most of the questions. If there is something that's been left out, please feel free to email our secretarial team. We will respond to you separately if required. I will close here. Thank you very much for all your participation. We appreciate your support, and we look forward to continuing to build this organization on the back of professional excellence, which has actually been our theme, and that theme will never change. Thank you.
Okay, just 1 or 2 questions that are probably not answered. There was a question by somebody on royalty that's payable to Ansavision. Why not merge Ansavision with RKS Swamy Limited? As a matter of fact, this royalty has been continuously paid for a few years, including this year. So it's not a cost yet for the company for consideration by the shareholders. There's also a question on Sangeet Narasimha's remuneration. The chairman of the nomination remuneration committee is not here. Maybe one of our directors, members like TTS Srinivasan would like to answer that, TTS, on nomination and remuneration committee of Sangeeta Narasimhan. Thank you.
I think there was a couple of questions about the employee costs, specifically with reference to the increments that had been granted to the working directors. The nomination and remuneration committee, which consists entirely of independent directors, took a long and hard view of what is the prevailing remuneration payable to other senior leaders in the industry, and we found that based on the benchmarking that was done, the increases that were afforded were very much in keeping with market trends. Additionally, and very importantly, I must point out that the three whole-time directors, the chairman, the managing director, and the CEO, were all entitled to a 1% commission on net profits. But looking to the fact that it had been a difficult year, they actually informed the nomination and remuneration committee in advance of our meeting that they wanted to forego the commission, which was actually payable to them. So the committee appreciated the view taken by the working directors as a very good example of taking responsibility, taking ownership, for the difficult period that the company had gone through, of course, due to external factors. So we did appreciate that fact as well. And as I said, the increases that have been affected are very much in keeping with the trends in the industry. That's all I have to say, Chair.
So thank you very much, TTS. I think his answer was quite comprehensive. There's one more question on the impact of new GST regime. We all know that there's no point speculating what the new GST rules would be, what the rates would be, because this government always surprises people. So I would rather not comment on what would the impact of the new GST. And as Shekhar said, if there are some questions left unanswered, kindly do mail us at secretarial@rkswamy.com, and we certainly try our best to respond to you. I think we can, with this, I think I request all of you to, I would thank all of you to, support the company, continue to support the company, and also wish to thank you for attending the AGM today. There is remote e-voting facility still available for the next 15 minutes for those who have not voted. Authorize the company secretary to accept the scrutineer's report on behalf of the company after all the e-voting is done. As there is no further business transacted, I declare the 52nd and general meeting is closed. Thank you once again. I wish you all a very happy and healthy life and a great festive season ahead. Thank you.